How you doing, everybody? Jonathan here, and in this video I'm going to go over a topic that's going to be very important, and that is how to put together a great comp session or trial period. And this is going to be very important because this is the main vehicle through which gyms drive personal training sales, and they expect you to use this almost exclusively. I get a lot of emails from you guys on how to master this and how to get around the problem of usually only having one comp session where a lot has to be done. So in this video, I'm going to give you some ideas that you can implement into your trial period. We're no longer going to call it a comp session. How you can implement this into your trial period to secure more sales so you can get more clients and make more money. But before I do, if you have not yet, make sure to click on that link up there and subscribe to my newsletter, as I send out short articles every Monday on how to see success in the fitness industry. If you just happen to stumble upon this video, click on the YouTube icon and subscribe to this channel, as I make videos every Wednesday based on questions I get the most. And as always, if you've already subscribed to both my newsletter and to the YouTube channel, thank you very much for your support. And if you find the information in this video helpful, please click on the like button below the video player, because every like that I get helps this channel. All right, so when we talk about the comp session, usually a gym will hand you a call list of patrons, whether newly joined or perhaps they're still in their trial period, and your goal as a trainer is to make sure that they sign up for a personal training package, all right? And the biggest complaint that I get is that the gyms only pay for one comp session, and in that comp session, you're expected to familiarize the patron with the gym, explain fitness, and then sell them on a package. And that's a lot to ask in 1 hour. Moreover, that's usually paid less than a general personal training session. So these comp sessions are usually paid at minimum wage, and they expect you to accomplish so much. All right, so I'm going to go over some ideas that you can implement in order to see a little bit less resistance, a little bit more success. All right, the first thing that you have to understand is that the purpose of the comp session is to secure a sale. All right, and you're going to do that by accomplishing two things: creating an environment that the patron wants to commit to, and the second aspect of it is that it has to be at a reasonable price. So you have to create a lot of value in a short period of time if you're only going to get paid for that comp session. The bigger issue is a lot of the time the salespeople at the gym don't do you many favors, in that they explain this session with a trainer as you just walking them around the gym and then showing them every exercise, because sadly the salespeople will do anything to secure their gym membership sale, even if it means kind of railroading you and making your job a lot harder. So a lot of the times you'll tell the client, hey, I'm going to put you through some workouts, whatever the case may be, so I can show you about the personal training packages. And the client is just like, well, the salesperson said that you were going to show me all the machines, so that's what I expect. What you can do is use your position more efficiently and perhaps open the gym's eyes to a different way of training, because I know some gyms offer small group training, others do not. However, I will give you some ideas that you can present to the head manager, which will allow you to keep your current structure in place while at the same time possibly increasing your earning potential. And it will eliminate the big issue of, even if the person is interested in personal training, let's say you have one person that's interested in doing the 6:30 p.m. sessions, all right? The next person that you see wants 6:30 p.m. sessions, so you have to give this client away after doing all this work. So how are we gonna get around this? You have to understand that I see success because I do comp sessions and I have a very specific step-by-step process, all right? The first is I have to establish need. The second is I have to make sure that I explain my intent and explain to the client the cost so I can build up value to substantiate the cost. The third is I give them a long test run of the training so they can fall in love with the training and kind of get used to it as their primary way of getting in shape. The next is I employ assisted selling. I don't do a lot of selling myself. I essentially let other people do the selling for me. And the fourth is I offer them a long trial period. So right now, most of you only get an opportunity to train a client for 1 hour, all right? However, if you have small group training classes that continually run that you're making money from anyway, you can train these clients for an entire week, and it doesn't really take away from your earning potential because you have existed paying clients in your small group training. You're now bringing in somebody that's on a trial. They have an opportunity to train with people that already like you, and they are in a great training environment. And those people can tell this patron how great of a trainer you are, instead of you just saying, I'm so great, my program is so great, my program is so effective. So that's the assisted selling aspect of it. So what am I suggesting that you do? I'm suggesting that you have blocks of small group training classes, all right, and you use that comp session in order to give your intent and establish need, okay? So with your first comp session, or with the comp session that you're getting paid for, that's when you meet with the client one-on-one. All right, I always talk about the Fit Pro Calculator as a tool to help your clients understand exactly where they are and where they need to get to. All right, it gives them the numbers of their body fat percentage, their weight, their age, the caloric intake, and it also gives you an opportunity to introduce them to MyFitnessPal, which is a journaling application. You then want to let them know that you have a great program that has helped other people, that can help this patron see success, and you want to show them the prices. Why? Because you want them to understand. You don't want to kind of blindside them and now they can come up with an excuse. I didn't know, I have to go talk to my husband, or I got to settle my finances, whatever the case may be. You can then offer a 1-week trial, and it's very important that you can say, hey, listen, you're going to be working out with people that have seen success with this program. If it works for you, great. If not, that's okay too. At least you understand exactly how my program works. Now, just to satisfy the salespeople that have, in essence, railroaded you, you can now take this patron through the floor, and you don't necessarily have to give them a workout because you're going to give them an experience of your program. You can, however, show them how a lot of the machines work. Usually there's some kind of circuit that's set up for people, and you can explain, I'm going to show you this circuit of machines. I'm not necessarily going to show you the free weights because I don't want to put you in a position where you're unsafe because you don't have anybody to spot you. However, you will be able to show them free weights when you introduce them to your program. You'll be able to spot them, and they'll be able to see how much more effective the free weights are compared to the machines. All right, so you can give them, about 3 to 5 reps on each machine that they may want to use. You can show them how to use the treadmill. You can kind of leave them on their own, and then from there, you will be able to schedule them to jump into your small group training program. It's something that already exists. All right, it's a full body workout. All of this is building value for your small group training. Now, when they do come to your small group training classes of, let's say, a maximum of 4 people, they're already surrounded by people that are into exercise, all right, that want to have another person in there with them anyway, as long as the person isn't a complete weirdo, and will tell this patron behind your back that you are the greatest trainer, or you help them to lose X amount of weight. All right. It also allows you to take on multiple people at the same hour's time. And then the sales pitch that you can give to the patron after they've done their trial period is that if they can't do 6:30, they can do 4:30 on a different day, because the workouts stay the same. All right. They're just as effective. What changes from person to person is that one-on-one, when you go over measurements or when you go over their nutrition that you explained to them when they went over MyFitnessPal. So that way you're offering them an extended trial period. You're not losing money. You're still making money in that hour because the people that are existing in your small group training class are paying you anyway, and then the gym doesn't get angry. Now, the one issue that you have to face is that if the gym doesn't offer small group training, you kind of have to explain the benefit of doing that. So it's something that you have to present to your head trainer and say, hey, listen, I'm looking to train multiple people at the same time. And when I did this, when I worked at a gym, the trainer was all for it, as long as you explain the numbers, because the goal of the gym is to make more money. All right. And that way, they don't have to pay you more for extra comp sessions. They just have to pay you for the first one. And for that comp session, you can build the value. You can explain your services. You can cover what the salespeople said you would give the patron, which is giving them a walkthrough of the machines that they want to understand the most, and then you have an opportunity to sell your program. All right. You can then, if the person decides that they want small group training, you can then offer them, well, you can always do personal training, but I personally have never gone back to personal training because I find, number one, I don't want to lock up the hour with one person when I can make more money per hour. And number two, the patron probably doesn't want to pay more money for the same workout if they share it with people that they enjoy spending time with anyway, because people like to be around other people that enjoy what they're doing. Now, some tips for your small group training is that you want to make sure that it's completely different from anything that goes on in the gym. So if you're just copying a, Group X class, that's not going to get somebody to commit. Second, it has to be in a separate area where you don't have to compete with machines. So you don't want to walk 4 people around on a leg extension machine. Moreover, you want to take your small group training either to a personal training designated only area or into the studio area where you know no other classes will take place. Now, if you've never trained small groups or if you struggle with understanding the business aspect of it, I definitely recommend that you check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course, as it is a course dedicated toward helping trainers learn how to teach in small groups, as well as marketing yourself, coaching nutrition, and eventually starting off on your own so that you can run your own business. If you've never checked out my Dumbbells to Dollars course, I definitely recommend that you click on that image right there, learn more information. But that's about it. I've given you a lot of information on the comp session. Don't look at it as the comp session. The comp session is really just the one-on-one time between you and the patron, all right? That's where you give your intent, that's where you build value, and that's where you cover the base of the salesperson. That way, everybody likes you. The trial period is going to be where you implement them into your program so they get a test run for about a week of what it's like to train with you. They can train with you every day if they want, because you're continually making money from this small group training. So if you want to learn more about how to package it and how to price it, definitely check out my Dumbbells to Dollars course. But that's about it. If you have any questions or concerns, make sure to comment below. And remember that your questions are what fuel the videos of this channel. So feel free to ask them and it may inspire my video next week. But I'll be back. I have my own content ready. So stay tuned. I'll see you next Wednesday, as long as you remember to eat healthy, hydrate, drive safe, stress levels low, get rest. Don't slap anybody. Love your clients. They'll love you back. I will see you all tomorrow or the next day. And you have a good one.